Hey guys, Felix here from the Podcast Promotion Blueprint program, and this training's for you if you feel like you are fearful or you're worried or you're not sure about investing and growing your podcast. So the first thing that I see often is that people are just afraid of wasting time. Now, I'll tell you the truth. The way that I waste the most time is just trying a bunch of different things that just didn't work, right? I spent so much time, especially with social media, trying to figure it all out, wasting time on just hours that could have been spent more smartly, more intelligently, spending time with my family even. But more importantly, but more important than just wasting time is that you are actually actively working on promoting your podcast the right way. That kind of time that's wasted is never going to come back. And I wasted the most time by just getting burnt out, right? There's one point where I just wasn't working so much that I just gave up. That means all the time that I spent on the podcast previous to that was a waste. And now if I ever decide to come back, I waste all that time that I wasn't working on it because I gave it up. So I wasted a lot of time by just not doing the right things and being frustrated, burning out, and just giving up. But if what you're doing is working, keep doing it. But if it's not working, then it's truly, the thing that I've learned over time is that it's truly important to get the help from someone that has a proven system. If you have a blueprint, you have a roadmap, you can go and it's proven to work, then you go 100 miles per hour, right? You don't have to worry about second guessing yourself if you're wasting your time or not, if you're doing things the right way or not. Now, you're afraid of wasting money. The important thing is that money replenishes. Like I said before, waste of time is gone forever, right? You get a paycheck every single week or every 2 weeks, every month. That always comes back. But the time that you waste on not successfully growing your podcast and frustration and putting out episodes that no one listens to, like that is a real loss. You lose that completely. It's not like you get it back, right? Money replenishes. Time does not. Time is wasted forever. The opportunity to grow your podcast every single time you do it the wrong way is lost. And you lose money really by not growing your podcast in a way that makes it profitable. By not growing your podcast large enough or by not monetizing your podcast, you're actually losing money, right? Because you could have made money if you did it the right way. Now, if you only get a fraction of the success that I'm showing you through the program, you can pay back the program multiple times over. Yeah, I make again on the podcast on the training show, I make between $7,000 to $10,000 a month from the podcast. If you get a fraction of that success, you can pay for the program multiple times over for as long as you do your podcast, because the system again works from ground zero all the way to 50,000 downloads, 50,000 listeners per episode. Most important thing is that if you're afraid of wasting money, that's a 30-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you go inside the program, you look around, you try it doesn't work, or the system doesn't seem like it would fit you, or for any reason you don't like it, you don't even got to tell me. Just email me at felix@podcastingsecrets.co. It's all inside the program, and ask for a refund. No questions asked. And you get it back. Again, there's no risk at all. You try it out. You get 30 days to try it out, 30 days to try to implement it. You can email me on the 29th day, the last hour of the day, and you say you don't like it, and you get your money back. Lastly, if you say, I'm afraid it's not going to work for me, not only do you have that 30-day guarantee, 100% money back guarantee, you also have the private student group, which is a network with other dedicated podcasters. There's tons of podcasting groups out there, podcasting forums, but they're all full of people that are not serious enough about their podcast to invest in it. And a lot of times you get a lot of beginner questions or questions that don't really make you think about how to grow your podcast, right? How many people inside these free Facebook groups have a $1 million podcast, have podcasts that get downloaded hundreds of thousands of times a month, right? You're not going to see that in those groups because to be honest, they're just not serious enough to invest in it. But if you invest in a program, you get invited into a private student group full of other people that are just as serious, just as invested as you, and they're going to put in the work and they're going to want to be helpful. It's basically a higher quality of podcaster. You're going to be in a network of people that are just a higher quality of podcasters. And I get success from all levels. I have people that in the program that came in with no podcast at all and are still able to grow their podcast and monetize it almost within the first month. I've had people come in that have podcasts for multiple years now, but have struggled, and finally the system that they found has unlocked it for them, and they're now on their way to growing to the top of their charts. I have success stories from people from all categories and all niches too. Just to name a few, I got people in the comedy niche, to law, to dating advice, to parenting, to career advice, to business podcasts, to sales podcasts, to podcasts that are talking about how to empower Black women over 50. Like, it's very specific niches, and they still can all use the system. It all works for them. Most importantly, you got the coaching calls to help unblock you and answer any questions, because I know that everyone's situation is different. If you took the program and you never get on the coaching calls, you can certainly succeed with it and excel with it. But for any reason you get stuck in a certain part, something's not clear to you, I'm here to answer the questions for you. That's what the coaching call is for. You get access to 6 months of coaching calls. We do it once a month, and I stay on to answer every single question that anyone submits, that anyone asks live, and I make sure your question is fully answered, that you feel like you're fully unblocked to keep it moving forward, and I stay on until everyone gets their questions answered. So what's next? So if you want to learn more about how to grow your podcast and you want to do it the right way, you don't want to struggle anymore, you don't want to waste your time, you know that money replenishes, but the time that you waste and frustration is never going to replenish. And if you want to try the system out for 30 days, 100% money back guarantee, then make sure you enroll in the Podcast Promotion Blueprint program. It's over at podcastpromotionblueprint.com/go, and I'll see you guys on the inside.